Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to this introductory and orientational lecture in methods of research. This is Basim Jubair. I will teach you this class for this year. It is obvious to you all that anything in life is about reading and searching. Read and search. And this is where the word research comes from. In this lecture, we'll go through the entire subject briefly and quickly. We'll talk about why we study this class, methods of research, and what are the outcomes of this class. I mean, after finishing this class and at the end of the year, what will you get from this class at the academic as well as the practical levels? So, research paper mostly is dealt with 10 steps, and these 10 steps are the basic steps, starting from finding a topic and ending with the final draft of the paper. So quickly, these 10 steps are finding a topic, reading and searching about the topic, taking notes and putting them in cards, mapping the concepts related to the topic, then finding and writing this thesis statement or the problem mostly. After this, step 6, outlining, making an outline, a plan, working to a plan. 7, writing the first draft. 8, revising, editing the first draft. 9, proofreading. And 10, submitting the final draft. The whole research. Now, let's go through these steps one by one. Now, first step is identifying your topic, finding out your topic. The first step in the research process is to find a topic. To find a topic that you will discuss in your research. So what is meant by the topic? The topic of a research paper, a paper should be researchable. Any topic that you want to research should be researchable. What is meant by researchable? Researchable means two basic things. The first one is it should be broad enough to allow for an in-depth investigation and discussion. I don't mean broad, which which cannot be limited, in 10, 15 or 20 pages. No, it should be broad enough to be covered, to be studied, and this is relative because it depends on the educational system. For example, in our colleges, we can have 15 up to 30 pages, no more, no less. So your topic should be broad enough to cover such a level. The second thing, it must be narrowed down. It must be narrowed down to an extent, that you can address your thesis. You can deal with your thesis thoroughly and completely. This is a very important point. Now, going to step 2, researching your topic. Now, when you identify your topic, you should go and read and study about your topic to find out whether it is worthy to be studied, to be researched and written about or not. Okay, where do we read about the topic, the identified topic? Different places, chief among them are the journals and magazines. And you know the difference between a journal and a magazine. Okay, the journals and the books of references, you have to study the references, you have to read about your topic. You have to read the newspapers. The newspapers are very important references, although they are not well documented. The databases are also important in terms of different and various topics. Okay, websites nowadays, I'm quite sure that most of us will not go any further than the websites, because we'll have different opinions, different arguments, and different things in the websites. As you read, you'll begin to get a better understanding, of course, of your topic. Now, reading in such a places, I should say, you will have a betterment in your about your topic. Okay, you'll start understanding different things. You'll start understanding your topic from different aspects. Okay, then you'll begin to formulate your thesis. Now, having understood your topic, having had a full idea about your topic, then you can change, you can present different theses about the topic. Okay, this position that you'll take about your topic, this is a very critical and important point to present or to give your thesis statement. Now, step 3, taking notes. Of course, while you're reading about your topic, while you're formulating your thesis statement, you should take notes. Okay? You should record key ideas and supporting details. Key ideas and supporting details. And of course, in the lectures to come, we'll have different samples, and we'll talk about different types of research through which we can practice writing research. So, back to step 3, recording key ideas and supporting details from your source material. Of course, when reading about your topic, of course, there should be different sources. Now, from these different sources, you should write about your key ideas and supporting ones. Now, doing this, you have to keep track of the information as well as the source of this information. Very important point. Very important point. You should keep tracking the information and the sources of such kind of information. The source and the information are two of the most important and very delicate points that we should mention wherever we write. Then write your notes in your own words. This is a very important point. Paraphrasing your sources. I don't mean that paraphrasing means to write the same idea in different words. No, this is a very wrong idea about research, about writing research. No, you should understand any piece of information and then keep it away from you, and then start writing your own perspective regarding that piece of information. And this is what is meant by paraphrase, what is meant by summarizing in writing any piece of information on certain topic. Then record quotes carefully and sparingly. Here, when you find yourself in a position that is difficult for you to explain certain ideas, then you have to take quotes, okay, and write them just like they're written in the source, in the source that from which you have taken your information. And these are very important. We'll talk about them in detail, hopefully in the lectures to come. Then be sure to include all source information for your material you use. This is very important. You have to tackle the issue of the title, the author, the publication, date of publication, the publisher, all these things, all the details about any source that from which you have taken pieces of information should be included, okay, so that whenever you need them you can easily go back to them, okay, especially in writing the bibliography, the list of references, or sometimes within writing the research you need to go back and forth from one source to another. Step 4, concept mapping. This is a very important, again, using your notes, okay. When you have written your notes, then you have to arrange them, okay, to put them in order, or to group them, or to categorize them, okay. Identify all the key points or main ideas about your topic and put them aside. Then cluster all the supporting points, okay, around each main point, okay. Then each main point of these main points you have to cluster its supporting points. I mean, here when you're writing on certain cards. Then do not edit yourself. This will be done later, okay, when you develop your outline. Now at this point you do not need to edit certain ideas or certain cards while you're doing the key and supporting details, okay. You have to put this away or put it off until the step of outlining. Now this is how you write your concept map. For example, this is main, this is main, this is main, this is main, and these in pink are the supporting ideas to the main ones, okay. Now play with concept maps. Here, for example, you have 3 possible topics. Now consider questions about your topic. This is a very important point. Topic, for example, Shakespeare and authorship. Did Shakespeare write the plays? Now here, such brainstorming questions, okay, will lead you to certain arguments, will lead you to a better formulation of your arguments. Now, 4 related questions, okay, and you know these 4 WH questions: when, who, how, and so on. Consider further questions. Construct 3 concept maps about your topics. Things that brainstorm all your topic, your topic from different perspectives, so that you can tackle or you can cover this topic, okay, from all its perspectives, even if it takes brief things to write about. Getting some background. Now, reading one article on your topic, for example, from Wikipedia, Britannica, the New York Times, Times Topics, and so on and so forth, okay? Some background. Now, copy and paste the URL, the link here, for each article into your notes. This is a very important, just like taken from sources. Now here, for Monday, October 4th. Now here is the plan, your plan. Now, your chosen topic, you may still change your mind, okay? Read background information, frame an essential question. Tuesday, okay, we visit the library. Wednesday, we'll collect from the library. Thursday, we'll sit down and write certain cards. So your plan, how to write your research according to certain plans. Okay. Now, assignment. You need to talk about certain statements regarding your topic. You'll do the resource, the websites, the statement. You'll do things, okay, writing them in the form of assignment. Now, thesis statement. This is a very important and crucial step. The thesis statement should interpret a question or a subject. Okay, interprets a question or a subject. This is the most important and the core point of research. Actually, now, having interpreted your question, the question into a thesis, then you have to take a stand. You have to take a stand. Your position. What shall you do? Then, after doing this, you have to provide the procedures. I mean, the procedures. What shall you do in conducting such a thesis statement? What are your expectations, the hypotheses of your paper? What do you, as an academic person, what do you expect? Okay, then is usually the last sentence in your introduction. Of course, the thesis statement. Sorry, the hypothesis. Now, your essay's central argument, I mean the thesis statement, should be a good thesis statement, which includes a concise and well-written statement. Okay, you do not need to write so many sentences regarding your statement. It's only 2, 1, 3 sentences which are concisely and well-written ones. Then you should go to introductory paragraph, then the beginning of your paper, then making the arguments, and the mapping of your arguments, and so on. So these steps will be tackled in detail, inshallah, within the lectures to come. Very important issue, which is the difference between the thesis and the opinion. Okay, unlike an opinion, a thesis conveys to the reader that the claim being offered has been thoroughly explored. This is one important, thoroughly explored, not haphazardly and then giving an opinion. A thesis is definable by evidence, and this is a very crucial, okay, by evidence. Opinions not always definable by evidence. A thesis answers the what question, what is the argument, and gives the reader a clue as to the why question, why is this argument the most persuasive. And these are the most important differences actually. Now, is the thesis good? Is the thesis good or not? Okay, a candidate's ability to offer a television, and this is the example that we will talk about it later on. So the important thing is that your thesis should make clear what your argument is, and why your argument is persuasive. These two important things should be answered by your thesis. Now, the body of the paper. Now, as the body of your paper has certain steps that should be followed, such as gathering and organizing the evidence that will persuade the reader of the logic of your interpretation, and then weaving the quotations from your sources into your argument. I mean, putting wherever you feel that you need a strong evidence, then you have to provide a quote from your sources, and finally you should refer back to your thesis whenever necessary. Now these sub-steps will be tackled fully within the course of methods of research. Now finally you have to provide the conclusion. Now what the conclusion is about? It's about the paraphrases of your thesis. Now the first thesis that you have put in the beginning as the problem, or as the questions, or as the questions of the problem, now they should be restated, paraphrased in the final conclusion, and then you should summarize your evidence in accordance to the paraphrases of your thesis, and finally you should leave your reader with something, not all everything, with something to think about, making certain suggestions for further research for futuristic research. Actually, that's all for this lecture. As introductory lecture, this lecture will be fragmented and talked about in detail, inshallah, within the lectures to come. That's all for me. Thank you very much and have a good time.